Hello everyone, it's Dees from Turtle Dove. I'm here with a project share. I made 20 ATC cards. So I'm going to show you them all. And I thought I would put this Turtle Dove, my channel mascot, facing away from us this time so that you can see the pretty tail. Always facing that way, and sometimes I don't even forget to put the dove in shot of camera. So I remember Everything Marmy, Mel, actually asked me on one of her videos how I came about my channel name, and it's very simple really, there's not a big story to it. I love turtle doves, and I always loved the song The 12 Days of Christmas, and they have turtle doves on there, and that has always stuck with me. And I love birds, I think they're very pretty, and there's just something mystical about turtle doves. Look at that, look at their feathers. So that is it. I don't know if this is a turtle dove or it's just a common dove. I don't know what sort of dove it is, but it's a dove, and I think they're very pretty birds. So that's as simple as that. That's how I got my channel name. Anyway, let's get on with showing you these ATCs. Now I have some pre-cut cards that I bought online. Can't remember the name of the store now, but I bought that probably a year and a half ago, and I'm almost finished them. So I made, I think it was 6 Christmas cards, Christmas ATC cards that is, and I used the DCWV paper pad, Christmas paper pad for these. That one's the 12 Days of Christmas, and I can't remember, and so are those. I can't remember what these two were now offhand, but I've been making quite a lot of crafting with this pad, so having the pre-cut cards are really easy and fast. All I have to do is cover them. Don't have to do the back, but I always do the back. Just use the paper cards and then just put all the embellishments on. So I had some of these snowflakes, the pearl snowflakes, and just some cutouts, and finished it off with some of this beautiful eyelash trim that Soleil gifted me, and glittered up a bit of the Santa and put some wording on there. So I'm going to leave the backs free so that whoever gets them, then I can just write them down and make a little pocket at that time. So that just saves me time. I thought I needed to get a lot of ATC cards done, and that way if someone has a challenge and all they're asking for is ATC card, that's easy and fairly cheap to send, reasonably cheap anyway, in a little card in the post. So it's always good to have those on hand, as is greeting cards too. So this one was the 12 Days of Christmas, with the doves and the swans and the snowmen. Same thing again, and I've got a little scalloped cutting out here with season greetings, and holiday wishes on this one. So they're very pretty, again done at the back as well. And this one was the 12 Days of Christmas in the DCWV paper pack, and there's some drummer boys and some more doves with music notes and wishing you a Merry Christmas. This wasn't part of the paper pack, I just added that from my stash, and a little sequin there, and some gold yarn, metallic that is, it's really pretty. Okay, on to the non-Christmas. I made a lot of tags as well for Christmas, so that's why I didn't make an awful lot of Christmas ATCs, but I still have a few cards left, as I said, and I still might do maybe another 6, but I'm not sure. I need a break from ATCs now after doing 20 of them. So these cards, I used my watercolours to paint the base of the card. I used some texture paste. This is what I used. Lenny texture paste. And I used some stencils and pasted on the keys and dresses. And this is what it looks like before you paint it. These are still to be done. So it just depends on the stencil you use. There's a nice flower. So I'll show you the keys. And I just used the, what do you call it? It's just like real fine foil. I've got the gold and the rose gold, yellow gold and rose gold. And I just glued or put a little bit of varnish over the texture paste, let that become tacky, and then just pat it on that gold foil. If you sneeze or breathe too much, it floats, so it's that fine. And then once it's sort of dried, I just brushed off the excess, and then I just put some random paper down the sides there with some string of pearls and a little cabochon flower with amazing on there. And that's the back. I love this. This was gifted to me from a viewer, and I love that paper. It feels really nice. So that's that one. And these three dresses I absolutely love. I don't have any sentiments for them at all, and I don't know if I want to put any sentiments on there. I think they look nice on their own. They actually look really nice as a group like this. But there's the blue, the pink and the green. And I used the texture paste, and then I put some opalescent paint over that with some gold over that one, and left that one white. So I have these tiny little rose cabochons, resin ones, and I put one on each dress, and then I just put some trim on there, whether it's the rhinestones or the pearls. There's some lace on that one, and then some tulle over the dress, and I used a couple of beads, teardrop beads on that, just to place over the shoulder on the pink one. But I think, and then ribbon here and there. I think it turned out really nice. Very pretty, very girly. So I spread them all out. Now, this one, this Minnie Mouse head I bought, it was a keychain from Daiso a long time ago, and I've been wanting, this is in my stash for a long time, and I thought it's time to use it, and it has this cute little pink bell on there, so I just punched a hole in there and hung that. I wanted to let that sort of hang freely rather than stick it down, so the recipient can take it off, do whatever they want with it. And I've just put down, especially for you, sentiment. I've had this packet of sentiments for a long time. So I've got a few left, but I used most of them. And then I had all these little cutouts already in my stash, and I just glossy accented that. And I love the sprinkles background paper. And I left that one blank on that side. And I can maybe just write straight on the board my details. This one is a beachy theme, summer, best wishes, and the girls in their bathers, and some seashells, this scalloped design, and there's a starfish and thongs. You call them flip-flops in the US, we call them thongs here in Australia. And then here's a beautiful little resin heart bow with love on it and a little flower, and I've had those for a while too. I bought them online off of eBay. And then I have some of this fine eyelash trim around the sculpt design, and that's the back. I wanted to work with yellow. I don't use enough yellow, and I do have some yellow in my stash, so it's beautiful yellow flower with some iridescent glitter with a yellow thank you, and this is a charm. I just cut the little circle, the ring off where you hang it. I'll put this little bud there, and then I have this green twine, and I just cut off 3 pieces, tied the ends to something, and then I braided this and then glued it around the edge, and I think that looks really nice. Beautiful colours. As I said, I don't use yellow enough and I wanted to use some, so again, this is a textured paste, and this is bee themed. I have made an order with BB Craft, but it won't get here probably for 6 weeks. And one of the products that I bought is a resin bees, and I really wanted to use one. Soleil gifted me one actually, but for an ATC card that was too high. This one's high enough. So the one she gifted me would be good on a bigger embellishment. That doesn't have to be like kept, you know, quite slim in a card for postage. So I used this wooden one that I had. This was thicker, but I took the back hook off. And there's a little yellow resin gemmy with that gold trim again, and a pretty daisy in the middle that looks like honeycomb. So I really love the way that turned out as well. So I've got a yellow resin, not yet resin, a yellow felt flower at the top with a love, and I made this butterfly, stamped it out, and there's a little green rose on the corner, and I love that paper. It's all summery and fun. And this one here, Myrna from Hey Little Missy gifted me some crepe paper that she'd folded and sewn down the centre, so I wanted to use that because it's pretty blue, white and pink, which suits that paper. Watermelon, that was, it's a pin, so I pulled the pin out from the back, which was quite hard to do, but I managed to do it, so I could use it as an embellishment. And this says with love, little pink gemmy, and a butterfly with some gemmies down the centre. So that's pretty too. Love the colours on that. This one is a little bit different. Put this little mini tassel sort of to the side. I had these studs that I took off from, I think it was a shoe or a bag. It may have been a bag actually. And I have this lace here, all the golds, yellow golds, rose golds, little cross, some gold foil there, and again I used a stencil with the gears and some little studs, and just put that little very light gold and rose gold foiling down there as well. So this is a bit of a mishmash, but I still like how it looks. So I don't even know what style that would be. Now these girls were gifted to me by Soleil. I think they're the LOL girls, I'm not sure. But I glossy accented their hair, and this one, the paper's just ice cream, so she's closing her eyes dreaming of ice creams just for you. And this one here's winking because she's cheeky, especially for you. And of course I finished them both off with the pink eyelash trim around the back. So I just fussy cutted. Those were actually envelopes, little envelopes or pockets. So I just fussy cut them. I'm not that good at fussy cutting. I don't get too close. Sometimes I either get too close and go over, or I go too far away from the outline. But I don't know what you're supposed to do, if there's a thing that you should do, but that's what I did anyway. And I love this little trim here. And the last one is a flamingo, and this one says just for you. It's very tropical background paper with a sequin, little pineapple, the flamingo of course, and I made a little bow with some mini eyelash trim and put a Jemmy in the centre of that. So that's it. That is all my ATC cards, all 20 of them. Now I will be back. I'm going to take a break, or you are going to take a break from me, and well, it won't be by the time I re-record, but I'm going to put them all in here. I bought this at an op shop for an op shop Monday, and this little album, photo album, but I'm using it for my ATCs, and I counted I can fit 100 in these two, because I can fit them front and back, and all I've got to do is stick put some sticky on one side so they don't fall out, because they're open on both sides. So I'm going to put all these away in this folder, and I will come right back and show you. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so half hour later, it took me a while, I'm back, and I've placed all those ATCs in this folder, or album, or whatever you want to call it. I used some double-sided tape on the outside pages, just so that they don't slip out. If they slip out, they're not going to fall anywhere. They'll just go towards the spine, so I won't lose them, because they do slide out easy. And I started from the top and worked down, but I found it was getting too bulky, so I have to space them out a little bit. So I think if I do fill them up, it's going to become very bulky, so it really needs much of a wider spine. But I have to learn to make flat ATCs. I can't help but layer, and the embellishments, even they make a difference. So anyway, some of them I sat vertically, some of them horizontally, and I tried to sort of spread the bulk out, so they will be fine. I'll still be able to fit quite a few more in here, and the whole point is to send them off anyway. So I guess, you know, over time these will disappear, and then I'll replace them with more. But it's not the type of thing that you go into and grab out a lot. It's just, you can see them, and as you need them you can flick through to see what you've got, and then send them off to a friend. So that's what I've done. So sometimes I put two together, sometimes one on its own, laying it on its side, and then I left a few, and then I started again. And they do tend to move around a little bit, so, but as I said, it's not something that you'll be going into a lot, so I might make some sort of an elastic tie to hold this all together, and it will just sit there nicely for when I need it. And this side here is all Christmas, so this side I might keep for holidays, whether it's Easter, Christmas, Halloween. I've still got another little album with a few that I made a while ago, and I'll pop them in too. So that is it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Look at this. I think I need a nice elastic tie here. So take care of yourselves, and we will see you in the next video. Bye for now.